two, one, two, one, two, yeah, one, two. How's everyone doing? Happy month of November. I was at the store and I picked up the first of the holiday eggnog, and I was all about getting some. So, do a little Sunday night, school night, Smirnoff, and you don't usually mix bourbon with the vodka, but Southern Comfort does a pretty good eggnog. So, has it been getting cold where you're at? I know it's been a little chilly here. Just gained an hour this weekend. That was nice. Slept it away. And getting dark at 5 p.m.'s not fun, especially for people who get up when it's dark and basically get home when it's dark this time of the year. But it never lasts forever, right? Well, I don't have anything to stir this up. I've been taking my nog the last couple of years with, what was it that last Pharaoh recommended to me? Some kind of a nutmeg spice, but cheers. Oh yeah. One more time. Surely for the joy of it, I'll just show. New Diary of a Wimpy Kid book came out, 17, Diaper Overload. I always get one of these for the holidays. A lot of fun for me. So, I was going through my books and I saw a great Thanksgiving Beavis and Butthead. Actually, how about that? I didn't pull the Thanksgiving one. I'll be right back. I grabbed the wrong one. Ain't that a kick in the head? All right, I have the right book now. Issue 11. I was way off. It looks like they're planning on having Stuart as the main entree of the big feast. All right. So, I'll just show some books that I've picked up lately, and then I want to show some really cool reverse cover Simpsons stuff I've never seen before. I got a real kick out of. These are kind of old books, but stuff that has always had my eye. I fancied this Frizen Catwoman 42 for a long time. Those who own this know that it's a lot nicer in person. The closer you look, the more achievement you'll be rewarded with. So, add that to the Frizz collection. This is just a run of detective books that a shop had that I just can never pass up, and they were so nicely bundled. And this is really like one of my, I'll just be honest with you, this is like my favorite era of Batman, even though I know it gets a lot of gripe. Over the years, it's come to be appreciated a little bit more, I think. It's no longer bulked in with being a gimmick following the death of Superman, and these are sort of precursors to Nightfall, and I dig these covers. This is Sam Keith 654. He did some of these with Kelly Jones. 655. I'm gonna give this one to my brother. He had this in his first short box. his grammar school short box, if you will. when we were buying books at a baseball card store called Bat Boys. 656. That's 659. Nightfall Part 3. I skipped 658, and this one is one of the Kelly Jones Sam Keith covers. Done really quickly. He was behind schedule. Here's another Kelly and Sam. Sounds like a Nickelodeon show. And I love this one. Robin Fit to be Tied. That is just one of the greatest Whalen, Killer Crocs, and Banes. And that's the stack. So, got those all in one swoop. I actually was just kind of surfing this seller's store, and I was just kind of adding some stuff on. I saw this. It's a little late for Halloween, but these just looked really good. And these are from Chaos Comics, which was the brand that previously had Lady Death and Evil Ernie. Now it's Coffin Comics. But these are classic monsters from 1997, celebrating monster movies of the 30s and 40s. Monster Matinee, issue 1. I got a cool, like, Gratu Orlov, Comic Crypt of Castle Hills vibe from these. They're so dark. I mean, that is a lot of ink put into that cover. The light source is strictly from the gizmos and Tesla coils. And wiring. It's cool. And here's issue 2. And they're hosted by Forrest J. Ackerman. So we have our crypt keeper that frames our yarns for us. So I don't know if it's, anthology horror. I assume it is, though. That's what I like. In fact, I don't know why I never tried this Ice Cream Man book. I hear it's, a different scary story each issue, and that it started out really strong. But by the time I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go, people were saying that it was going downhill. I should at least check out the first issues, though, right? When it was all that. And here's issue 3 of this Monster Matinee. That's cool, man. These low light levels. This guy thrives on them. This art does remind me of Kelly Jones, too. Featuring Creature Cutie, the Jungle Queen. So that looks pretty darn good. And more stuff I didn't have in time for my Halloween show. Thanks to everyone who supported that video. I really appreciate it. That was fun to make. The Return of Chilling Adventures in Sorcery. This is the one shot. Don't be deceived by those ample hips and those swaying shoulders. She's really a scary goblin witch you don't want to mess with. You might think you want to get up in there, but if you've seen The Shining, when Jack goes into the wrong room and he sees the bath wench, that's what he got up into. This is a Francavilla. I didn't recognize his stuff, man. This looks a little different to me. It's I don't know. There's a certain fullness to it that was surprising me that it was his. I just watched, like around Halloween, I watched The Witch with Anya Taylor-Joy for the first time, and that was a scary movie for me to watch. I was I was definitely sleeping with the light on. That Black Phillip made a couple appearances in my nightmares. Here's Fear of the Funhouse. It's Archie, Steffer, your juniors. Um, so, I mean, I don't expect anything too spine tingling, but I wanted to get in on that. I mean, Tales from the Crypt had a Saturday morning cartoon. I remember thinking that was pretty good. Basically, any anthology horror for me. Mm. I just like this cover. It's a big book. It's all Jacques. One Dark Night. So had them throw that in, and it's a big book, and they didn't like mark up the shipping a bunch on me because they had to use a bigger box. So I saw Sequential Geek share this magazine like maybe a month ago. He had Wizard issue 1, Todd McFarlane Spidey cover, and I got a real kick out of it. It was a beautiful, beautiful book, and I was curious, so I took a little spin on Comic Vine, and I wanted to know when Wizard magazine officially dropped the Wizard motif. When did they stop doing that? And it's kind of cool to find out, so check this out real quick. All right, I just wanted to take a quick look at these. So yeah, we have issue 1, issue 2 with the Ghost Rider. All right, here's a nice Eric Larson where Wolverine is using his claws to shred the Wizard's robe. I'm not sure who did this Batman, but they stuck in Merlin's hat. The Silver Surfer owning it. Must get cold in space. Here's one I'm really excited about that I'm going to be sharing in a minute. It has a cool variant as well you'll hear more about. Early Valiant, Jim Shooter with Barry Windsor Smith doing the art. My boy Airborne Sapper got a print of this signed by Portasio at Ontario Comic Con Revolution. Okay, nice Venom on issue 9, May of 92. So that's bagged with the Rob Liefeld card on issue 10. So 10 months after McFarlane does a Spider-Man issue 1, he's doing Spawn on issue 11. Jim Lee, vaguely keeping the Wizard motif. This time, Ghost Rider's not wearing it as he was on issue 2. Jim Lee again. Every now and then, artists would have back-to-back covers. We'll see a couple times. Issue 14. Here's Portasio again on issue 15. We just have the stars in the background of the Wizard's robe. So this is issue 16, Keown and Keith, and it folds out, so maybe there's something to do with the Wizard. Bloodshot is shooting the Wizard's hat now. I don't know the proper name. So a little bit of the symbiote taking on the shape of the Wizard with the stars. And yeah, issue 19, no reference whatsoever to the Wizard. Sorry. And here's issue 20. That was my first one. And yeah, no Wizard whatsoever. So Yeah, I started buying Wizard around issue 20. That was the first time I was in a comic store. That would have been the 7th grade for me. I had been in card shops for years before that, and I had seen comics on the shelves, but I was looking at the baseball cards. But on Wish, whew, on Wizard issue 20, that was when I was really focusing more on comics. So I missed these early issues, and I was able to track down a nice lot. I got these, I think, 7 books for around $20. So this is one I was thrilled about. And I believe this is the last issue they were doing the newsstand pulpy paper. With issue 7, they went to the glossy magazine stock. But this is a Sam Keith cover I always wanted. Wizard issue 6. And this is from February of 1992. And the cool thing about this didn't come bagged. And there's another version of this, also not bagged, but the newsstand. And check this out. It has, well, you must have seen it in that little clip. No, you wouldn't have. That didn't include the newsstand. But the newsstand edition has Hulk Gray. So, I love that, man. I would have never thought there would have been a variant with the newsstand for that. So, this is a really, really key book to Valiant collectors. This boasted Valiant and it boosted its sales. And this is pre-Unity. It's a Barry Windsor Smith. I'm assuming this is March 92. It's a monthly magazine. Wizard 7 with Exo Man of War. And there's a great article in here talking about Valiant, talking about Jim Shooter. And he had done it. He had successfully invented a new universe, sunk his teeth into it, and come out with something really good. And it lasted probably another 7 months for yeah. So that's what happened. He wasn't the sole investor. He wasn't a high share keeper. So when he didn't want to keep doing the same kind of stuff, they probably wanted another Unity right afterward because it sold so well. I think, and I've never really gotten the truth. The closest thing I've ever heard is from an interview with Bob Layton, because Jimmy Shoots doesn't talk about it, but it wasn't long after that he got his walking papers. But anyway, it's a nice Rob Liefeld cover for issue 10 from June of 92. No problems there. And yeah, it's kind of cool. That's not Shatterstar, but Shaft from Youngblood. And there's the boy Cable from, I guess it would have been X-Force by this time, but kind of cool. I don't know how they swung that. I mean, at that point, Rob Liefeld's whole career was kind of a big screw you to Marvel. But hey, this is a Nelson cover, issue 13 of Wizard. So I scored that one, still with the Wizard motif. I think it was actually my boy Sam Keith with that Wizard issue 20 that completely did away with the wizardry paraphernalia. And I mean, it looks like, this might appear like it's patriotic, with the stars, but it's the stars of a wizard's robe. So that's cool. Spawn. And the poster's intact. The coolest thing about these is all of the little postcards to mail away to new magazines, even the loose ones that fall out. It makes me think of a really good scene in National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. But yeah, so I don't technically know if these are newsstands. I'm seeing that they may well be. Too bad too bad the Hulk one wasn't, but that's cool. And they might have just had these UPCs on there on the direct and newsstand. I don't know. Here's issue 12, some Jim Lee magic. I'm assuming this is a fold-out cover because, I mean, you don't have a Wildcats cover without the grifter. That's Ripclaw's counterpoint. I know that's Zealot. Yeah. Zealot was pretty nice. So finally, keep this relatively short. Let's have one more. Let's go a little light. Let's go half calf on this one. How dry I am. Okay. I was so excited to see Nog at the Food for Less. And they don't usually have it in that area. It's kind of hard to find eggnog at the sort of Mexican market sometimes. And they don't really do summer sausage, I found, either. So here's to your health. Here's to a beautiful 2023. I hate odd numbers, but regardless.
How about a nice hot dog and a beer?
That's fantastic. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's look at these Simpsons books. And most of these I want to show the back covers too, but I just think this one's cute. Issue 35. There's a great story in here where Maggie and this boy that Maggie does not get along with, they're all, the Simpsons, they're all grown up, and she's basically married to this kid. And he still basically looks the same. I mean, Maggie is involved with him. So I'm just going to show the back covers to these. I'll tell you what issues they're a part of, but it's really the back issues the back covers I'm thrilled of. So this is on the back of Simpsons issue 36. And some of these early ones are really cool. I guess Matt Groening's a big Steranko fan, so. It was difficult to find these in a good condition. These Simpsons books are oftentimes torn up, especially, with this white back cover. Yeah. Mine smell a little bit like tobacco. The seller I got them from must have been a smoker, but it's not disgusting, wretched. In fact, I'm convinced that it's more of a cigar aroma. It doesn't have that kind of rank, stale nicotine funk about it. This one's good. And I just want to do a little public service. If you're going to do these Comic Clear plastic boards, please note, let me just dig one up right here. Please note that these guys, as beautiful as they are, especially once you remove the film, these corners, you can definitely put your eye out. They are no joke. It's just a plastic sheet, and these aren't rounded or anything. So please, if you use these,
I'm afraid I'll puncture my scrotum.
beware. They're very pointed. All right, so where were we? So this is the Polaris Steranko X-Men cover. It's like this second issue appearance of Polaris. It might be the first time she goes by Polaris, but this is on the back of Simpsons 37. And these greens, I get such a kick out of these, man. I don't know. Like, I was a big Simpsons man before I was a man. And now I'm rediscovering that I love The Simpsons through the comics. Because, yeah, the last thing I watched The Simpsons was probably The Simpsons movie. It just tastes like Christmas. I'll show the front cover to this one. Here's Simpsons Comics. This comic could be habit forming, issue 38. But ultimately, and these flip covers, they're not just the back covers. I mean, there's a flip story to it. So, a really cool Steranko tribute. It's dubbed Radioactive Man 160, 12 center. And obviously they're making note that they're homaging after Steranko, make no mistake. And this is the back of Simpsons Comics 39. I don't know if Steranko would even sign something like this. I love these, man. Thanks for looking at them. Okay, that might be it for the Steranko stuff, but we do have some more flip covers. This is Lard Lad in the search of lost donut holes. And all of these are done by Groening and Morrison. Storeroom Raider on the back of Simpsons Comics 49. For you Lisa Simpson fans, I just threw this in there because it's remotely Thanksgiving-esque. Issue 50. However, the next issue, 51, is very celebratory of our November holiday, fourth Thursday of the month. And here's a cool back cover. Cletus went to college. Here's a back cover to issue 60. More Steranko goodness, I assume. Maybe it predates Steranko. This might be like a Tales to Astonish type deal. I wish one of my favorite channels, Graphic Man,
It's
could
me,
see this,
Graphic Man.
because he is a huge collector of the classics illustrated books. He has a full run, and I wish you could see this. But here's Simpsons Comics issue 42. That's Surly from Duff Gardens. That's Snowball. It's just a thing of beauty. Here's Poochie. That's the back of Simpsons Comics 43. Okay, here's the back of Simpsons Comics 25. All the little kitty cat umpires making the call. Poor Scratchy. And finally, here's... Oh, actually, I don't know why I pulled this. It's just a Ten Commandments joke. That's issue 62. And if you'll give me a minute, I have a box to open, and I'll share some Lenore comics. If you'll allow me just a minute. Okay, just took the bag off of these. This is a lot from Jetpack Comics. They had a set of Lenore Series 2, and I never knew about this Titan run. I'd only ever seen the slave labor graphics. Here's issue 1. This is a character my brother and I are fond of, from Roman Dirge. This is from an era when I really wasn't buying superhero comics. I was making my own comics, so I wanted to see a different kind of cartooning. Let's see, Jetpack. Jetpack's pretty cool, right? So these are some doubles in here of issue 1. And I don't know if these are in color or black and white. Doesn't really matter. So 2 copies of this version of issue 2. It's a black and white version of that comic. That's issue 3. Here's a really cool variant of issue 3. From summer of 2011. You can see 3B. Beware the creepig creeping. Issue 5. Six. Here's another copy of issue 6. Thank you, Jetpack. You folks at Jetpack are all right. Look at this little crow going after this glowworm for issue 7. Did I say glowworm? I meant firefly. Look at him. He's just going to eat it. She's finding so much wondrous delight, and he's just going to swoop in and eat that. He doesn't care. He's a blackbird. Issue 6 variant. Actually, we already did 6, but I didn't show you the variant. Hey, we fell tail backwards into another Pilgrim-y Thanksgiving cover. That's lucky. It's gonna be my lucky week, I can feel it. I still love that blackbird swooping in on that firefly. Here's issue 8. We're up in the attic with the Illuminati and some specters. Some pirate memorabilia. I like the colors on this issue 9. Autumn colors. Just in time for fall. I'm gonna give you some good feedback, Jetpack. And that's not just because I'm on my second hard eggnog. I'm liking this, man. You got this taxidermy character. I missed this book. It's great to have tracked down this second series. Nothing wrong with this book. Is this issue 11? And just because I'm a big Jonan Vasquez fan, I found this from Slave Labor Graphics, Strange Eggs. It's a compilation of different small press artists, self-creators, and Jonan's got like a little 4-page spread in here. So that's about it. Been working on my books a lot, arranging, consolidating, selling just a tiny bit, just a wee bit. And thanks to my friend Dustin for assisting me in that. He did a much better job than I ever could have. Thank you, man. Good dude. Anyway, it's about time I crash. You know how it is, man. After you shoot these videos, you never put the books back. And that's the same thing I'm going to do now. I'm just going to leave them out. Hey, if you can shoot a video and put your books right back away, you are a better man than I am. Anyway, you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, a brilliant month of November. If your birthday falls in this month, happy birthday. Whatever you're into, I hope it goes well. Whatever you're doing, I hope you thrive. Just be healthy, take care of your priorities, and we're gonna have a great holiday season, right? Okay, guys and gals, take it easy.